All right. Let's see what's up with this. Waiting for the stream to start. I don't have anything yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like starting to kick up. I think we're going. All right. Frame rate looks really low, too. So, hey, what's up? This is Dave. This is What's Up, Dave, my daily stream where I catch up with my friends on the internet. What to talk about today? It's Thursday. Did I just say that already? 3:30 p.m. Kind of getting a late start to the day. I was up really late. Well, not that late. I was up till midnight last night putting the finishing touches on a technical spec that we delivered this morning, and we have a meeting tomorrow to go over it with the client. So today is a relatively slow day. Kind of taking the day off. I was up late actually because I found that if I go to sleep at midnight, or if I work until midnight, it takes like 3 or 4 hours for my brain to quiet down. So I ended up going to sleep around 3:30 or 4, and then I had to wake up early to move my car for the snowplow because it snowed yesterday, and it's kind of a icy, nasty mess out there. So what I did to go fall asleep was I played Rainbow Six Siege in the single-player terrorist hunt mode, and just tweaked all my mouse settings so everything felt better. So for 3 hours I did that before I was ready to fall asleep. So I think it might be that if I want to go to sleep at a reasonable time, I need to actually stop working 4 hours before my bedtime. Otherwise, I end up my brain needs this kind of cool down period, I guess. Right, kitty? Here's the cat. He's 15 years old now. Oh, do you see your shadow? No? Okay, you want to go down? All right, so what else? What are we going to talk about today? Let's take a look at the chat window. A few things on my mind, though. The pork shank pictures. As if you've been following along this week, I've been practicing making something called a red cooked pork shank, and I forget the name of it in Taiwanese. It's also a Chinese dish, and different Asian countries have a version of it. So basically, it's a pork shoulder that's been braised in soy sauce for a long time until it looks delicious. So here's some of the pictures from yesterday. This was after it had rested overnight. I think I've shown some of these. But for lunch, I took out the pork shank, took a picture of it, cut up some slices of it. This is wrong order. Yeah, so it came out to be a reasonably delicious looking meal. I was very pleased. And what I actually have done is I froze after eating the photogenic meal. What I did was I went to I froze the rest of it to see what would happen. So let me go back and go to the kitchen and grab that thing I'm talking about. I'll be right back. I'm just getting over there. I'll be back in like, I don't know. I guess this is going to take 15 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Oh, I'm so bad at estimating. So yeah, I got this. So this is the remaining pork belly, pork shank, and I vacuum sealed it in this bag. You can have a better look at it over here. And also in this pork shank frozen thing is, I'm not sure if you can really see it. It's frozen into solid ice. It's Zazzle the Great, but I also put some hard-boiled eggs in it. There's something called lu dan, which is they're called soy sauce eggs, I guess you could call them that. Lu refers to the sauce part. Dan is egg. So I wasn't sure what would happen. I didn't know if you can even freeze hard-boiled eggs and if something terrible happens to them. So I'm going to keep this in the freezer for 2 weeks until my cousin gets here, who's also Taiwanese, of course. And we're going to see what happens when we defrost this. It might be terrible, but we'll find out what will happen. So I'm thinking that I slowly warm this up in a pot of boiling water, or even just warm water. the eggs will defrost just fine, and I'll have figured out a way to make bunches of them and keep them for a long periods of time until I need them. So that's very exciting because, well, I just get excited by stuff like that. So that's what we have. What else is on the list? Looks like this chat window's all screwed up, so I had to go back over here and see. We looked at Shank's, the Whimmy project management software. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but let's take a look at it. So there's this software called Whimmy. Let me pull up their actual webpage if I can. Whimmy Pro, is it? Whimmy Teamwork? Yeah, we looked at this the other day, I think. But I wasn't able to log in at the time. So I'm on the free account right now. And you can just sort of click through it and see what it looks like. So there's a project space. There's all these mysterious little icons. This is showing the projects. I have one client space set up here. And then there's internal activities you can set up. It looks like there's the ability to search. It's a little kind of a mysterious interface. So these are my workspaces. I'm not sure how I got here. This is a flaw in their design, I think. You don't really know what mode is triggered by what because there's no feedback on what's selected or what mode you're in. I'm guessing this is the home. Search pops up this window, and it looks like an overlay. Looks like I'll search everything. I guess these are really more commands than these are modes. These are contacts, chat window, video, messages, options. The options are just scattered all over the place. So like if I go into a client space, you can see what you get additional documents, files that have been uploaded, requests. So I was described that their interface approach has been to let's use these sidebars as this left sidebar and this top sidebar as our command interface, but it's difficult to know what to click on to get at what. So I would expect account related stuff for my company here, but if I click here, do I get the same thing? These aren't settings, this is a navigator over here. So, but if I click here, do I get the same thing? And what happens if I click on this thing? It looks clean, but it's kind of an organizational mess. So, I don't know. I don't know if I would like using this. But we'll see. I'll just try a little bit of stuff. I'm not paying anything for this yet. I didn't want to pay $99 a month for Basecamp 3. So we'll give this a go and see how that works out. What else is on the list of things? We have looked at Whimmy. PC parts have started to arrive. That's exciting. Let's see. Let me switch these cameras over here. Let's see. I'll move this one to there here, just because they're set up over here. I don't know if that's a good view or not. I guess it's good enough. Ignore that napkin. So we've got a few things in here. So I've been ordering them slowly instead of ordering everything at once because there's a few final decisions I'm deferring on. This is the case, which I will not take out of the box today. We'll show that tomorrow. This is a mini iTex case. What we can do is look at the motherboard, though. This is some thermal paste. This is for the CPU cooler. So I have the motherboard, I have the power supply, I have the case so far. I haven't ordered anything else. But we can look at the motherboard because it's kind of neat how small it is. This is an ITX motherboard, which refers to the form factor. Should probably get some anti-stack stuff. I want to zap everything. So you can see how small this thing is. It's pretty tiny. And it will fit inside this case, which I haven't opened up yet. And the power supply itself should be pretty small as well. This is not the smallest case. People usually buy ITX motherboards because they're building a really small system, something that would be on the size of maybe like that PlayStation 2 over there. But I actually just want a cool looking case. I'm not going to bother to open this right now either. It's like we'll slowly reveal all the bits of stuff that are coming out. and probably by Monday I'll have something to build. So some of the things that I'm trying to do build right now are well, what CPU do I ultimately want to get? Um, do I want to get the top of the line one for $350, or do I want to buy like a lower end one that's good enough, and then upgrade that later? Because there's a whole line of new generation CPUs in this line that will be compatible with that motherboard coming out in the last second half of this year. So if I look at my saved parts list for the living room PC workstation, you can see that. So this is the motherboard here. I haven't bought the solid state drive yet. I'm still not sure if I want to get the larger one or the smaller one. The 250 gigabyte one is $118. The 500 gigabyte one is twice that much. Likewise, what kind of memory do I want to get for this? Do I want to get a whole bunch of memory, 32 gigabytes, and make that my video editing workstation, which I'm not even doing a lot of, but I can anticipate doing? Do I want to get the 1800X CPU, or can I get by with like a 1500, which is like about half the price, you know? And also, the last thing I need to get then is like, what cooler do I get? The thing that actually cools the CPU off so it doesn't burn up. And I need to actually put the motherboard in the case and then determine what's going to route well and what's going to fit well. And so I'm kind of building this slowly. I may want to get some custom cable lengths. So I think that's it for today. We talked to Pork Shanks, look at the Whimmy project management software. I guess I could show you the accumulated stuff too. Like I'm doing my productivity system based on accumulating things to put into a bucket. Today's bucket thing was making a discount code for dated materials on my online store. So if I go to shop.davidsay.com, this is my online store where I sell like some of the digital downloads. I haven't moved all of them over here. And one thing I hate is like when I buy a calendar, I hate paying full price for a calendar after January because it feels like I'm getting less for my money because I can't use January. So what I decided to do is make a discount code. So let's say you wanted to buy the dated 365-day planner for PDFs for $12, which is a great deal for what you get. Other people are charging like ridiculous amounts of money for relatively simple forms. But if I add this to the cart, and you can see it's $12, and I check out, there's a new code that's calendar-miser, and it will take $1 off any of these any of the data products there. And so what I can do is I can update the amount that this takes off the calendar the discount code. So in March I'll make it $2, and in April I'll make it $3, and I'll get it to all the way to the point when it's like $3 around September. And hopefully this means people won't feel bad about buying these dated forms. I think they get more value out of it than they may realize. But well, I don't know. $12 isn't a lot of money for a digital download, I think. Although if I would still feel like I'm ripping myself off by not doing that. So I'm starting to promote this on social media. I just figured out that I could make these discount codes in the first place on Shopify, which is exciting. So that was my good thing for myself for the day. So I think that's pretty much it. That's what's going on. People are chatting in the chat room. There was an interesting discussion today about the nature of empathy, compassion, guilt, and Rand, stuff like that. We have an interesting mix of people in the chat room. I've noticed that we get a few ministers and seminary students in. You know, and anyone who's really working by themselves and just wants to be around people. And I think it's really great that we can have an environment that supports like atheists and religious people, and they can all talk to each other and be respectful. So I think if you're just the kind of thoughtful person, again, like one of my Groundhog Day resolution goals for the past 11 years has been to be around conscientious, kind, competent, generous, positive-minded, self-empowered people. And that fits just about anyone who's willing to hang out in the chat room and share stuff. So that's what we've got. I feel very blessed. So thanks for watching. This has been Thursday. This has been What's Up, Dave. I'm Dave, and I'm going to go to Starbucks now and get a coffee and do some writing for the rest of my day off. Bye.